Welcome to Wave Manga. I am Agent Manga, and this is not a solo leveling review, although I will be bringing stuff up in the latest chapter, so spoilers for the latest chapter of solo leveling. This theory is that, what if Sung Jin-woo is just... I already have the theory that Sung Jin-woo is a reincarnation of the previous Shadow Monarch. In the previous chapters, we've seen what the previous Shadow Monarch could do. We've seen what the original Shadow Monarch looked like. He looks like Sung Jin-woo. Here's the thing. I think that this is like Sung Jin-woo was born. You know how at the beginning of the series he doesn't look like how he does now. I think that like he was a regular guy. Like he was an E rank. He wasn't that powerful. After the Temple of Cardonon, the architect, which we figured out in this Return to the Cardonon Temple arc, which I think is what it's called. I haven't checked, but it's just, I think he planted the, or maybe he was already the reincarnation, I don't know, but he's definitely different. He's changed, like even his face has changed. It was even brought up that his face, like all the blemishes that is on his face might have changed, but I think it's like he's been metamorphosizing whatever into like the Shadow Monarch, like into a proper host of the Shadow Monarch to like increase his power, because I believe that what Sung Jin-woo originally looked like is what he looks like, and he was just he's just changing into the Shadow Monarch. Like the more powerful Sung Jin-woo got, the more strength he got, and the closer he gets, and I believe it is reincarnation. It's just Sung Jin-woo is the original Shadow Monarch, just in a new form. But his body's changing form to turn into this new form, to revert back to his old form, which is a better host for his immense power, because we've seen the feats of this original Shadow Monarch, and oh my god, this is some amazing feats. Like there was an army, like thousands of monsters, and he went he said arise, which I believe it's just a reincarnation thing. He chose the name, he chose all that. It's like he had the choice, but it's just like he happened to choose the same thing because he thought that'd be a suitable name. Or maybe it's like this thing in the back of his mind, like, I'll choose this, arise. And it's a pretty good name. Word, just basically raise the undead, arise. Pretty awesome name. So, where am I getting to this? I believe that the architect, well, this theory is that the architect put like the soul of the, or maybe just awaken the Shadow Monarch within Sung Jin-woo. His body starts changing because how weak he was originally. Compared to present Sung Jin-woo, compared to original Sung Jin-woo, it's not even a competition on how much more powerful Sung Jin-woo is. He's just like flooring everyone. He's like the strongest person that we've seen so far, but still, like the architect, like even against this architect body that we've seen, which I don't believe is the actual architect, and this form is actually weaker than his true form, which means a whole bunch of stuff. Which means that when we do actually meet the real architect, we see the architect in his true form, then we'll be able to figure stuff out. Also, like we've definitely seen the Demon Monarch in the previous chapter, and that giant wolf. I'm guessing that was a monarch because of all the monsters that were around, and I loved those monster designs in the previous chapter. I love all the monster designs in this series, they're amazing. In fact, all the artwork and designs in this whole series is... that's why it's so popular. It's amazing artwork and it's pretty bloody awesome. Now, Jesus. Like, I've seen theories that maybe it's time travel, that Sung Jin-woo went back in time, but I'm believing that it's just like Sung Jin-woo just becoming the new, just reverting back to his true form. Just his body's changing to be a suitable host for this power. And plus, I believe the architect knew that this was going to happen, that he was going to revert back to his, that he's reverting back to his original form, because the architect, when it came up with the if you can't defeat the architect within X amount of time, I think it was 10 minutes, then your heart would stop. And we just found out in the last chapter that he has 2 hearts. Like, the original Shadow Monarch has 2 hearts, so that means that either one heart's going to shut down and Sung Jin Woo is going to gain the Shadow Heart, or he can't, like, I believe that's going to happen, or he's going to be awakened with the heart and then his Shadow Heart's going to restart. Now, I believe that's what, like, Sung Jin Woo is changing into the new form, like, blossoming into his power. But we definitely seen, like, the Shadow Monarch, the original one, is pretty powerful, and I kind of like the irony of Sung Jin Woo's fight against the Demon King, like, in the previous, like, the first fight we saw with the Demon King, because the Demon King took Sung Jin Woo's, like, the Shadow Monarch's horse, basically running it through with multiple swords. So you know what? His reincarnation took the guy's mount. Like, he took his wyvern. I just love that. I just find it ironic that his new mount is the guy who took his old mount. Mount. That makes sense, doesn't it? Well, that's just all I really wanted to talk about. And also, another theory I have is that giant wolf that we saw in the previous chapter is the caveman guy from, like, the first chapter I made a review of. That's, like, my theory, because that guy definitely gives, like, the Beast Monarch vibe. And, that's basically it, for, like, my thoughts and my reviews for, like, the Cardinal Temple arc. And I will be making a Senku video next, I believe. I promise. I cross my heart and hope to die. I will make a Senku video next. I just had to get out all the solo leveling thoughts. And I literally just like today, when I'm uploading this video, well, when I'm making this video, I will have, it's the same day as I just uploaded my Record of Ragnarok video for chapter 39. So that's it. This is Web Manga. I am Angel Manga. Oh, also like, comment, subscribe if you like my content. I'm sorry if I'm just a little not the greatest at it. I'm trying my best, and that's it. Have a nice day.